Okay, here is a question about a heel side front side 5 from a member in the forum. So I'm just going to go over this and see what he's doing wrong. And there's actually, it shows him doing it 3 different times. They all do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the best shot one that you could probably see, the best filmed version. This one's the most close up. So you come in here, and every time he's ending up on his heels like this on the front side 5. And you can see he's basically wondering how can he get his landing more onto his toe side edge. And I'll just go ahead and show real quick a clip of Robert doing the same trick. He does it with a grab, but it's the same trick and does it perfectly. So I'm going to show you the differences between what Robert's doing and what you're not doing. Okay, so if we come back, it's basically there's different ways to terminize this, or different terms for this. I'm thinking pitch is probably the term that's used most often. When you come and you do this trick, you'll notice at takeoff, if I pause it, you're kind of leaned back a little bit in your axis, which is fine. And if I go a little further, you're still kind of leaned back in that axis. If I progress further, you're still leaned back in that exact same axis, which is kind of, leaning back towards your takeoff. And even towards landing, you can see here, same thing, and that's how you're landing. So from the get-go, you're kind of leaning back. You're in this sort of, rear axis type thingy. You're not what's called pitching it forward. I believe that's what people call it. So let me show you the difference. When we play this one from Robert, notice just like you, it's same takeoff. He's kind of leaning back here. He's still leaning back, but he's sort of coming forward. And now at his peak, he's almost perfectly straight up. And now he is straight up, maybe leaning forward a little bit. Now he's leaning forward, and he continues that onto his toes. So what happened was he basically started off the same, but you'll notice he slowly pitched his axis forward throughout the trick. So how do you do this? Well, there's 2 things you can do. First off, on your takeoff, you can maybe put a little bit more weight on your front foot at takeoff. You can see here, though, it doesn't look like he's putting a ton of weight on his front foot. Where it really comes into play is on this handle pull. When he pulls his handle in, not only is he pulling in to make his body rotate the spin, but he's also pulling it in a way to where it slightly pitches his axis. So he's actually pulling himself kind of into a forward pitch a little bit. So you pull the rope to make you spin, but you also pull yourself into that pitch, and your body will kind of fall into it. You can see here as he's just kind of falling forward. So where he started backwards like you, he ended up landing on his toes because he pitched the trick forward by pulling the handle, by using the handle pull. So you can see here, it's just the whole time you stay in that pitch. If you would have pulled forward, pulled yourself in a way that would have pitched yourself forward a little bit, you would have changed your axis slightly and pitched forward a tad and landed on your heels. Because besides that, you're in a great position. You maybe could have gotten to the 540 a little bit quicker, but if you would have been at the correct, if you would have pitched your spin forward a little bit with the handle pull, you would have landed on your toes, and you probably could have stuck this trick. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. So that kind of should give you an idea of how to pull yourself onto your toes on a heel side, front side 540.